Today's Wednesday, May 7th, 2025. It's a red day for me. I'm down about 93 bucks. I took 3 trades all on GPUS, just trying to buy some dip trades, and I was off on all 3 of them. I went 0 for 3. It seems like I was basically just kind of one candle behind, or I just kind of panicked. The volume was really high, and the each candle was ranging 20 or 30 cents, and I was just kind of nervous about it flushing on me, which is one of my bad habits, and I let it get to me today. I went 0 for 3. My first trade I lost 41 cents. The other 2 I lost 19 and 41 cents. I averaged a 27-cent loser on the 3 trades is what I averaged. It was a total of 4.7% loss on my account. A pretty big red day for me. I really don't want my red days being more than 1 or 2%. I was not in a good headspace today. I was rushing. Honestly, the first trade I took on my phone, which I always tell myself not to do, but it's an easy thing to do when you're not giving the market the attention it deserves. And it ended up costing me today. Looking back, it's frustrating, and I almost wish I just kind of maybe would have even taken the day off. I don't know. I'm trying to force myself to be in the market and active, but I also hate when I do this to myself and I don't give my trading the full attention it deserves. Today I was I was rushing around. I had things to do before my first night of the week back at work. It just wasn't a good mind state for me to be trading. I should have either caught on to that before I even started and adjusted my emotions, or I don't know, maybe I don't want to say taking the day off, but a 0 day is way better than a red day. And I know from my previous trading that when I'm not mentally right, it shows up in my trades often. So it is what it is. I didn't blow up my account or anything. Life will go on. It's just frustrating when I know I have the potential to do way better and I end up losing money. And I wasn't, like I said, I was maybe 1 or 2 candles off on these dip trades that I was trying to do today. And I would get in a trade, sell at a loss, and then the next candle would start the move where it would go just like I had envisioned it to go when I got in it. So that's annoying, but that's nobody to blame but myself. And we'll go through the trades, and maybe we can just learn from this and move on. All right, so this is my first trade on GPUS. This is the 1-minute chart. This is my first trade on Wednesday morning. It had been the high climber for the day. We had a nice little spike here in the dip and rip here. We had a Doge candle here with the red candle dropping down to around about 728, 720, somewhere in that range. The next candle, this is where I made my entry. I was thinking we had a little Doge and then pull back for another rip up. Made my entry. This candle opened at 728. It went all the way up to about 745. I got in at 735. Next candle, big red candle, down to the 720-ish mark. Got me nervous. We had a Doge candle, and then it just started to shit the bed. I got out here at 694, so that was a 41-cent loss right off the bat. MACD was starting to open. I mean, I guess it technically was open. I was hoping that it was going to be more like a really big opening here for a nice big move up from 7 to 8. of course, did not happen. My second trade of the day all happened in this one candle here. I was expecting a little dip and rip. It had been happening for the past 30 or 45 minutes on this chart, and I just mistimed it. This candle opens in the 720s. It goes all the way up to 756 and drops all the way down to about 715. I entered this trade at 755, close to the top of this candle, and I got out at 736. I was afraid it was going to start tanking even more here following this pattern. Luckily it didn't. It made its way back up a little bit and I got out. Looking back now, I guess I should have at least let it breathe another candle or two, because holy smokes, here we go. That was a 75-cent move from down in the 720s all the way to 814 peaking here. It settled in at 790s for 2 or 3 minutes to get a good exit. That would have been an awesome trade. I kind of panicked. It's hard to blame myself because the range on this chart had been pretty wild. So I was afraid of this happening. I knew this was a risky dip and rip getting into it. But looking back, I mean, these candles are just, it's been happening for this whole morning. I just mistimed this one. Got a little scared, which I don't blame myself. But man, if I would have just waited another 20 or 30 seconds, or even just waited for the next confirmation candle, I could have got in somewhere on this candle and made a nice small profit. My third and final trade on the day happened just a few minutes later. Right here on this green candle. This candle opened in the 790s, dropped down to the 780s, bounced up to I think 805, kind of settled in around 790 something. I got in at 791, expecting this to kind of start climbing through to maybe 815 again, if not 850. Of course, what happens next? Big old red candle. This candle got all the way down to the 770s. I kind of held on to it for a minute, thinking maybe we'd have a little rebound candle and climb back up to the 8s. Well, we didn't. This candle dropped super low, down to the 740s. Again, it made me too nervous that this was going to start flushing on me with how volatile this stock had been. It started coming back up into the 770s, and I got rid of it at 771 for a loss of 21 cents. Not the best move there. Again, this was me rushing to get some trades in. This is not a great setup. This move had kind of peaked. I should have either let it settle in around the $8 mark to see if it was going to rip to $8.50, knowing that the chances of that were unlikely with as many pullbacks as we've had on this chart. But there was just so much volatility, I thought I could sneak a few cents in, and it ended up costing me. I should have been more patient and just waited for a better setup.